All right, welcome everyone to the Embarrassing Our Wives podcast. My name is John. This is my co-host, Harry Nipples. How you doing?
Excellent. How are you doing, man? A little tired, but I'm great.
You look like you got hit by a truck.
We'll talk about that later.
All right. Well, hopefully you can make it that long. Thank you, everyone who have been listening and giving us feedback, negative feedback, positive. We need it all, so we appreciate it. Thanks, everyone, again, for listening on iTunes, rating us 5 stars. I think we've got 5 people now that have rated us 5 stars, so we're excited about that.
And if you're listening on an Android, definitely do it on Stitcher. That's where we're tracking metrics there.
Exactly.
So thank you.
Not too many Android listeners yet, so we got to get those numbers up. So we are going to start off with some exciting news from Andy. Some company news from him.
Ding. Yeah, let's do it.
I won't go into the details, and then we're going to roll into a story I have. Went to a concert with some friends last weekend. Excited to share that experience with you guys. And then we're going to go into a little thing we like to call poop rules, where we're going to give kind of...
Poop again.
It's poop again.
Says Sarah. It's poop again. That's it.
Called the shit poop. So then we're going to go into that and talk about... Andy's going to focus more on like the stall area and kind of like the etiquette around it, and I'm going to focus on urinals. And I really feel like we're doing the Lord's work on this one. We're going to help people.
Nice, yeah.
We're going to help people out on this. And then as we finish all of our podcasts, we're going to share some embarrassing stories of how we embarrass our wives. So tell me about what's going on with your business, man. With your company.
Yeah, well, if I look like I'm dead, it's because I feel dead.
Okay.
Definitely, the marathon started. Well, you know, the big news is the startup I worked at for a long time decided to go from being a private company to a public company in the form of a very successful initial public offering. So
wow, is that Microsoft?
Probably in a year or two will be Microsoft, I'd guess. Yeah, or
Wow.
Oracle or Salesforce. You know, I mean they'll buy us, but I have no idea what's gonna be in the future. But very exciting times. But company experienced an IPO. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do with your 5 shares?
Yeah, exactly. I'm deciding what's going to happen with that still. You know, basically, nothing's certain for 6 months. You know, there's a holdout period. But
you can't sell for 6 months?
Yeah, no, definitely. That's the law.
So the company may crash in the next 6 months and you'll have $0, right?
That could happen. Yeah, of course. That's but no. I think definitely I think it's time to upgrade my car, just to be honest. You know, like it's been cute driving my O2 Accord that's been paid off for 10 years. You know, it's a beautiful...
It's still in great shape.
I love it. I know. I mean, I'm proud of it. I've taken such great care of it, but...
So what are you looking at? What's the upgrade?
I have... This is very impractical and not all that funny.
Porsche?
I've always wanted like a Toyota Tacoma or a Tundra, you know, but I don't know if I can...
truck.
It's so impractical. I commute 20 minutes to the train station. I don't do any work that necessitates a truck, and I don't like tow shit. I just thought it looked cool, so that's one bad thought. And then probably like a new. I don't really know, but basically for me, dude, it started like the day. Well, it started a month ago. Being in charge of a volunteer program for our company, and they said, hey, we're going to go public and we're going to do it by volunteering, you know what I'm saying? And so we were planning volunteering events and to coincide with this big business event. And so really the festivities started for me at 4 a.m, the day of, you know, basically we're handing out t-shirts, but the boxes can't be open until 11 or the IPO date may be delayed, you know? So it's like,
got it.
You can think about the type of pressure, you know, that
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Plus, when you add in all the legal issues around, like if something gets leaked before the IPO, then there's like huge penalties. And
guys, Andrew Kipper fucked up, and so no one gets to go public anymore.
He wrote on the bathroom stall the IPO date.
That guy's an asshole. Yeah, no. So we wake up at 4, get to the office at 5, handing out shirts by 6. Everyone in the fucking I've never seen so many people in that office that early, except when they're offering mimosas and undercooked eggs and oversalted potatoes. You know, it was
delicious.
Yeah, it was and people just getting hammered drunk, dude. way too early in the morning,
6 a.m. is rough. Like they got to be falling asleep by
But
10 a.m.
Oh man, or puking all over the toilet and not cleaning it up.
Save that one for poop rules a little later.
Yeah, poop rule number 1: clean up the puke. Anyway, so.
Wait, so describe the setting. Like all of a sudden, there's a couple hundred people in the office at 6 a.m.
Man, it based on like the amount of different people touching me and the thickness of breath in the air, I'd say more like 300 or 400 people, a lot of overexcited junior sales peeps, dude. I'm like, you got a couple shares, like please make room for some of the big swinging senior software engineers that built this shit. No, the sales team took us to market. I'm not dogging them at all, but like,
I feel like you hate the junior sales team.
I love them, actually.
Are you sure?
Dude, there's some future CEOs on that team, dude. It's just, there's some people that are going to get washed out and you see them and you're like, hey, the one dude I have in my fucking mind, I saw him getting mimosa after mimosa, dude. I'm like, what's up with quota, bro? Like you're gonna go make some calls after another mimosa? Like, come on, bro.
Not gonna happen.
But no. So the scene is that we're handing out T-shirts. We're taking pictures. There's balloons everywhere. There's the big screen of all the pre-public festivities. And then there's like this number, I guess, basically re-ring the bell. And then I think big company, I don't know enough about this considering like kind of my stake. That's my fault. I just figured shit's going to work out. But I think that basically certain investment institutions can buy before the general public. And so there's this number that started off at 29 and it's just growing. Ding, 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 ding. And people just going nuts, and just drinking hella and just having a good time. I kept being like, wow, like when do I go home? And I'm like, it's 7:45 in the morning. Like, what is going on? So yeah. But as far as what I'm gonna do, dude, I mean, I'm definitely gonna upgrade these headphones just to make you happy.
Careful, man.
I know I'm gonna fix a bunch of little shit, and then I don't really know. I got to upgrade the car. I think finally, just because I don't know what I'm gonna do with this thing. I mean,
so you're gonna trade a car for a truck?
I think that's just way too egotistical of me to get a truck for no fucking reason because I think it's cool. But I'm like, well, if not now, then when?
Yeah,
but like, but what the fuck, dude? I mean,
but
I'm not 5'4". I don't need a big old truck to like prove I got a hammer.
But, yeah, if anything, it proves the opposite usually, right? The guys with the biggest trucks have the smallest hammers.
Well, 5'6" and a hammer is like 4 inches. No joking. Yeah, no, anyway, yeah, so I mean...
So the truck, possibly.
Yeah.
I think you should
I want to get a
man,
TL or something, dude. Like, I don't know.
Accurate
Yeah.
TL?
That's modest, right?
Do they even make those anymore? Like, I feel like they stopped making those
What's the
8
new
years
acronym?
ago.
Well, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do.
So you want a mid-level
I feel like I'm going to be
sedan.
scared. I mean, I don't want to sit here and make it sound like I'm filthy rich, but...
Yeah,
because that's not the case,
But you got a nice chunk of change.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Nice. So headphones is first
priority.
That's
definitely happening.
That's good. And then maybe more Seahawks.
We're going
shirts,
to Disneyland, baby. Are you kidding me? Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been a long run. So it's like definitely once it's real, I'm gonna definitely take a little break and couldn't be more grateful for the experience. It's been awesome. I'm just tired as shit, dude. Just like
I bet.
I think I got buzzed 3 times that day because definitely in the morning caught a little buzz. Then I had to stress out about all these volunteer events, which is a great way to kill a couple mimosas in the morning buzz.
Yeah.
Then that ended and I had a couple beers at the office and let that chill out, and then margaritas and drinks at a restaurant with the fam. And so about 24,000 steps. I was at the heartburn level, like fat burn level on my Fitbit for like 12 hours straight, which is definitely not healthy to have your heart rate when you're just sitting on a train be at a point where it's like you're burning fat. But
it thinks you're exercising, right?
It's like, no, that's just stress. So
gotcha. So well, that's super exciting, man. We're super happy for you guys. Sometimes these places, I'm not saying this is happening at your company, but sometimes companies offer a shit ton of stock saying, oh, we're going to IPO, we're going to sell, and it just never happens. And these people take a lower salary because they're hoping the company one day IPOs. I'm glad to hear that your company actually followed through with
exactly.
it.
And in my particular role in that company, like this proved I'm not a liar because I've been selling a vision for a long time.
That's a good point.
And I speak so carefully, because I'm not going to get myself in a bind. But yeah, definitely delivering, which is cool. There's people I hired where, the stock had to do this for it to make sense for them, but there's people whose lives were changed, dude, who put in twice as much time as me. That's like, there you go, set for life, dude. It's a very cool time, yeah. And best experience, work experience in my life. Couldn't be more thankful. Ready to coast for a couple. Just kidding. Probably could never do that, but yeah, no, once in a lifetime experience. So thankful. So yeah, awesome time. And I'm just beat to shit between the stress of the event and the excitement, the volunteering engagements I had to organize, the couple drinks a night I had, all contributing to a little bit of a low energy. So thank you, listeners, for sticking with us, and thank you for hiring me and changing my life. It's awesome. Have I said the name already?
No.
Oh, good. Yeah.
No. Nice work. No, but I had to get a little skin in the game, so I bought a few shares myself just so I can feel the up and down swings. Oh,
great. Something else to worry about. Well, luckily you don't need the money. But yeah, I'm like, fuck. What's your number? I had a number. My shares were all free, so yours weren't that. So
turns out your profit is still 100%, and mine will never get there. So nice work.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, maybe even more than infinite percent. Well, nice, man. Well, we're happy for you. That's super exciting. In 6 months, I can't wait to see your new headphones. It's gonna be awesome.
No, well, I'll start maxing credit cards out now because that shit's coming. So who cares?
Exactly.
I see on the call sheet here something I'm excited about. So tell me about John concert story. What's going on?
Yeah. So last Saturday, I got pulled into a concert, which I didn't even know who she was. She's this girl named...
I thought it was T, dude. Oh, this is...
No, that's in like 3 weeks.
Okay. Good. Go on.
This is a girl named Kelsey Ballerini. She's like a country singer. Here, I'm going to play a quick song for you now that we've got this great equipment here.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Never thought you'd leave me lonely.
Yeah.
Have you heard this?
I listen to this every night. This pumps me up.
Shit.
Yeah, right before when I'm putting lotion on my feet, I listen to this. So.
Great. Yeah, I think you're putting lotion on something else.
I've never heard this shit. Never once. And in fact, if this played, I don't know. Yeah. How was it?
It's decent. Like the show is okay, but of course, Danny is the one who dragged me to this. I wasn't a webmaster, Dan.
Yeah.
His wife had to leave town for work, so I got stuck going to this concert, which frankly I like going to live music events anyways.
Where was it at?
It was at Showbox Soto.
Oh, well, so this person has some talent. I mean, unless she was going first.
The place is sold out.
Oh, okay.
Like it's packed with,
nice.
1,000 people are at $35 a person.
Yeah.
She made
998 women and 2 40-year-old men. Go on.
No, so it was myself, webmaster Dan, and then Tommy, because Tommy's a big fan of country music and enjoys this artist specifically. So Danny and Tommy went golfing during the day, and they had more than a few drinks. So I caught up with them around 4:30, and they were already just flying.
Nice, coming in hot.
Yeah, so of course
coming in hot for a teenager concert. Go on.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Yeah. We're gonna ruin a lot of teenagers' nights. Yeah. So of course they penalized me for some reason.
Why is someone's daddy throwing up at a teenage concert? Go on.
Yeah, no. That's a junior salesperson. That's okay.
Make your quota.
So I have a few shots there, and next thing you know, we're taking an Uber in, and all of a sudden we're getting out of the Uber, and Danny can't find his wallet. Like, how are you going to lose your wallet? You must have left it at home. You had been drinking on the golf course. God only knows where it's at. It could be on the golf course. It could be anywhere.
Lots of possibilities, yes.
Lots, endless. But we're about to go to a concert where you have to have your ID and you can get a bunch of drinks. Otherwise, you're fucking sitting there sober at a Kelsey Ballerini concert,
Yeah.
But he's a fan, so I guess it didn't matter that much. But he was pretty upset about it.
He was excited either way.
Yeah,
drinks or no drinks, he's ready.
He was already
nice. Okay, I shouldn't dog. I mean, this person sounds talented. I mean,
Who, Danny?
Well, we know. Look
He's
at the
not.
website.
Yeah.
You know, go on. Yeah.
But yeah, she's good, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you can sell 1,000 tickets.
Yeah.
You know, if we can get 10 listeners, you know, we consider ourselves to be talented.
I think if 10 more, and we got dozens.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we're gonna scale out.
Yeah, we'll see if we get there. Maybe if you keep clicking twice on the same iTunes, it'll show us more.
I got a few Gmail accounts. We're getting there.
Excellent. So this guy loses his wallet somehow. Doesn't have his wallet. We go to Henry's, which is this bar right next to the stadium. Have you been to Henry's? It's right next to Safeco.
Maybe, yeah. I'm not. I feel like I've seen it. Yeah, we go
It's
to
right.
yeah.
Let me better describe it. It's right next to the strip club that you always go to.
Yeah, right, the one I slept in the limo when you guys all
That
went to
one,
it.
that
That
one,
one, yeah,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
right next to
Yeah.
that place. So we go there. He doesn't get carded, so of course he turns it up a bit, right? Because he thinks he's not going to be able to drink it all at the next concert or at the next venue.
Yeah.
So we're drinking there. We had to scalp a ticket. Long story short, we get to the concert and there's
Sorry, you scalped the ticket.
Tommy didn't have a ticket. Yeah, we had to get one more ticket.
Yo, I need one for
Kelsey
that
Ballerina.
that teenager concert, Kelsey. I hope the scalper taxed him $5 just to be like, dude.
No, he sold it at face value.
okay.
Like I don't think it's a high ticket.
I would have taxed $1 just because I'd like $1 over because you shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have respected that and
Yeah.
paid for that. So Tommy and I get in the line where we've been to concerts here many times, and if you're even close to 40 years old, they card you, right? They don't let you in. They're very strict about it. So Tommy and I get in the over 21 lane. Danny gets in the under 21 lane because he doesn't have his fucking ID. So we go in. We go through security. They don't even ask for our IDs, right? They don't even care.
Bummer for
They're
him.
like, they're like, make sure you leave your machine guns outside. Ha ha ha. Like, what are you even fucking talking about? It's not even
That's
a
just
joke.
not a joke. What?
I know.
You
That's
check
what
that fucker
that's
right
what
there.
the security guard told us. I'm like, all right, dude, whatever.
Yeah.
So we get in. They give you a bracelet right around your wrist if you're over 21, so you can buy drinks. Danny doesn't have one, but I'm in this over 21 area, so I rip the shit off my hand, like finally get it rolled over and take it off my hand so we can give it to Danny. And it's like crumbling. It's like falling apart at this point. But I'm like, hopefully he can get in here and then we can just hang out in here all night.
Yeah.
So Tommy goes out there. He's got his band. He gives Danny my band. Danny gets it over his hand. Now it's looking even more fucked up. It's rolled over like two hands.
Yeah.
So Danny's just like, I'm
But he
looking
also
at
looks
him.
like he's 40. So I mean,
He looks like he
yeah.
looks like he's 50. You know, Asian people age very well. He's late 30s, but probably looks like he's mid to early 30s.
Yeah.
Which you're welcome, Dambo. So he starts to walk up and just kind of quickly shows his wrist to the guy and tries to walk through. And he's like, "Whoa, where's your ID?" And he's like, no, I got the bracelet.
These wrinkles under my eyes? Is that enough ID for you?
No shit, dude. Because we all look old, you know? So he got caught there. And he's like, where's your ID? He's like, I got the bracelet. And he's like, no, where's your ID? And he goes, let me go get it. And bounced. So now he has got to get it back to me, right? Get the band back to me. Otherwise, I'm stuck in this one area. And he's stuck in the kid area, if you will.
Yeah.
So now I'm walking around with this wrinkled to shit bracelet, walking in and out of security. I just have my license ready every time because I know it looks like I stole this from some 13-year-old kid. But that was it was a good concert. We were just like the whole show. We were just stuck bringing out Dan beers.
Did you lip sing or sing out loud to any of the songs? And were your eyes open or shut?
Well, trust me. If I knew more of the music, maybe I would.
This isn't. You're not big on this. You're there for the vibe.
Not big. Just
I see.
Just their vibing, with the teenagers. But hey, there was a 21 and over, so they're not all teenagers.
Yeah, no, I hear
their
you.
parents there.
Yeah. Were their eyes shut and listening?
No, they were
vibing.
Their eyes were on me, making sure I wasn't doing anything creepy. But then, so then we head back to Danny's with with an Uber. He's tearing his house apart trying to find his wallet. Can't find it anywhere.
Yeah.
Can't find it in his golf bag. Can't find it in his car. Anywhere. And like, what's worse than losing your wallet? You know, you have to go get a new license. You got to cancel all your car. Like, it's
It's a nightmare.
Yeah, it's terrible. Have you ever lost your license, or not your license?
My
your
license?
Wallet?
Well, yeah, I think at some point, but no, my
No,
wallet.
you got a hole punched through
Yeah.
yours. That's different.
But yeah, I haven't lost my dude. I'm OCD, dude. Wallet, keys, phone, wallet, keys, phone, wallet, keys, phone. Like
1,000 times a day.
It's like a nasty OCD deal. So now I'll probably lose them today though, just because you said that.
He's checking right now, everyone. But yeah. So the next morning, like he's calling the golf club, he's calling the Uber. No one has it anywhere. Like the whole day, he's like super hungover. He starts walking to McDonald's. He doesn't have any money. He doesn't have anything. So then he had to fucking just turn around, go right back to his house. But then finally, the following day, the Uber driver calls him back and says, "Hey, you left your wallet in my car." He's like, "Yeah, that's why I called you yesterday, because I thought maybe I lost it in your car." He's like, "Yeah, it was just like on a console, in the center console. Like you must have put it there or something." So next thing you know, this guy Uber charges a $15 fee to return a lost item. So he brought this wallet back to Dan.
Well, I'm sure he's happy to pay for that. So
yeah, extremely happy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what happens when you go to a Kelsey Ballerini concert.
4-star that fucker. Are you kidding me? You knew that was there. He had to go through it and make sure that there was nothing valuable in there before he gave a call. So
exactly.
I'm just joking.
No, he was kind of a dick too. I'm like, you gonna give him some extra cash, on the side for returning your wallet? This is kind of priceless, I'd pay $1,000 not to have to go through the whole process of getting new cards and canceling everything. He's like, the guy was a total dick. Like he was like, "Oh, this is all your fault. You should have seen it. You were drunk," and those were all probably true statements.
3 stars for that fucker.
Yeah, still getting 5 stars, but no extra tip. But yeah, so great story there. I'm sure everyone's going to love that. Riveting. But now let's go into...
Their lives are going to be changed.
Yeah.
But the wallet is safe.
The wallet's safe,
good.
everyone.
Calm
Calm
How did
down.
I get to the call sheet? I was kidding.
And go...
And what's the artist name?
Kelsey Ballerini. That's a non-sponsor. We're giving you a free plug.
She does not
here.
want to be associated at all.
No.
Yeah. All right, go on.
Absolutely not. So let's go into these poop rules, if you will. Some bathroom etiquette here. So...
Poop
Andy,
again.
Yeah, you want to... So what we're trying to describe here are, like people throwing up in the bathroom.
Yeah.
What are you doing? If you throw up, clean it up.
Rules I follow or rules I expect to be followed in public bathrooms for the most part. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, that's a great way to describe it.
Poop commandments, if you will.
Ooh.
Poop rules.
That sounds, that
I
sounds
should have brought that
intense.
up earlier. All right.
That was good. All right.
So it worked out. So urinals and facilities?
Yep.
Stalls?
I'm on the urinals.
All right. And then what are mine called? Stalls? Facilities?
Yeah. I mean,
Poopers?
stalls, maybe the sinks.
Poopers?
I'm going to give you the rest of the bathroom.
Okay. All right. You got it. So I have 3.
All right.
How many do you have?
I have many, but I'll just go with my 3 best.
You go with those fucking hitters. Let's do it.
I don't know how to describe them as hitters.
All right. Well, I'm expecting big things. Okay.
So
Let's go.
I understand that some people, like, they walk to the bathroom when they have to fart, right? Like it's been
Not
been in
everybody.
there.
I'll just say that right now. But go on.
Sure,
Yeah.
not everyone. And frankly, I'm
And
okay
not me
with
every
it.
time, to be honest. But I'll walk somewhere to let it go. But yeah, go on.
What if you've been dropping them all morning and they don't smell at all? You don't have to walk away every time. Just let it slide out.
Nah, no, I have a work situation. I can't. I work in a small office, dude. I would never do that. But
They
I
can't
won't-
even smell
I walk
it.
around all the time, so I have such bad ADHD, dude.
This guy.
I could farticle it out in spaces throughout. So
Back on the
go on,
farticle.
go on, go on.
All
Your
right.
poop rule. What's that poop rule?
All right. So my first poop rule is if someone's taking a piss at the urinal and you walk right in next to that person who's taking a piss, don't rip the hardest fart you can possibly rip when you're standing right next to someone.
Yes,
It's
yeah.
so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And why is it that everyone who does that sounds like they're almost shitting out the rectum when they do it? They're like not letting the light one go. They're like pushing as hard
they're
as
holding
they
the
can.
pressure. Okay,
It's like,
yeah.
Come on, just hold it back a little
Yeah.
bit.
Do you have an Instapot?
What's that?
Oh, it's like this cooking device where you can pressure cook things. It's
Oh,
fucking awesome.
I've seen it.
I'm thinking about the release valve on that. That's what's happening. So okay, yeah.
And you
that's
don't just
fucking-
release that all at once, right?
Yeah. Well, it comes out like in an explosion.
Oh,
Same as what you
okay.
described.
Same thing.
All right, so this is pretty general. I follow this rule to the best of my ability, but I would say poop on the floor that you're assigned. Poop on the floor that you're assigned. You are on the 17th floor. There's 2 poopers at least on the 17th floor. Don't be coming to my floor, stink it up because you don't want your coworkers to know you had chicken curry last night. You know what I'm saying? Like
This goes for you, junior salesman.
oh, it is definitely. So when I'm on my previous floor, it was spillover from the engineering team, which is predominantly male, and that was a necessity thing because they all have to poop at the same time, and there's only 2 stalls. So,
Sure.
But the floor I'm on now, beautiful view, cleanest, newest floor within the building. It's the women's poop floor. So I see people. I'm like, you don't sit on this floor. Why are you using the side bathroom on this floor? I know what you're doing in there. So poop rule number 1 for me is poop on the floor that you're assigned to. So yeah, and I will also admit that when I worked at the Cheesecake Factory, I'd only poop at Red Robin, but that was just kind of like a statement, to be honest. And they had a TV in there.
Maybe the junior sales guys are making a fucking statement on the recruiters.
Oh, I never thought about the
Yeah.
No, it's not just recruiting up there. No,
Whoever's up there.
Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, the Bellevue Red Robin, I'd only go there to shit because the Cheesecake Factory made us all share one men's bathroom. It was fucking nasty. They wouldn't let us use the normal restroom. So
You have one bathroom in the
yeah,
back.
one
the-
stall for
okay.
like, and that's like a 30-section restaurant. So anyway, for the most part, poop on the floor you're assigned. So that's poop rule number 1 for me.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I've never followed that rule. I always go to
you are
a
one of
different-
those, you fucker, dude.
What am
What
I-
makes me? We don't want your brand. We got enough brand on our floor.
Listen,
okay, we'll
like,
take this
I don't
offline.
wanna- I don't want.
We'll take this offline.
I don't want to be
Do you
sitting
spray?
there.
Do you spray Febreze?
There's no spray
Oh,
in there. There's
man.
no spray.
Okay, can
Dude,
you
I'm
expend
pretty.
some?
I'm in and out.
Okay,
Like you
all
would
right.
think I took a piss with how quickly I take
Okay,
a
I
shit.
believe that,
So
yeah.
I'm quick, and I only go if no one else is in that bathroom.
Okay, well,
I'm
you're-
in and out in less than 3 minutes, and that's washing my hands very, very
I
well.
believe that. Okay, well I'll take that.
All right, so work on your IBS. Get that shit out quick and get out of there.
How dare you?
So
Go on.
just to clear things up, you only shit on your floor. So everyone that sees you go in the bathroom,
Well, I could
for-
be going poop or pee or washing my hands because I just ate some oniony food. I mean, it could be a
You
lot
can't-
of reasons.
you don't wash your
but
hands for
look at-
15
But look,
minutes.
if I see you go on one stall every time on one side of the hall where there's the main, and then right after lunch, you're taking short steps in your walk that aren't natural, and then you veer right and you go to a side stall, I know what's happening. That's it. That's it. And if you're on my floor for no reason, you got no business here. Anyway, let's
right.
go on.
All right.
Poop rule number 2.
we'll move forward.
Yeah.
We'll agree to disagree
I
on
think
this.
so.
Because I refuse to
Yeah,
shit on my floor
yeah.
unless I'm going really quick. So I have a couple more. I mean, I can't stand the people who stand so far away from the urinal that they dribble about 35 fucking
yeah.
drops right in front of the urinal. So the next person that goes up has to stand that far back so they don't
yeah.
stand in the piss, and then they dribble, and then by the end of the day, there's 2,000
Well,
dribbles.
you can just wide stance around the puddle and
Sure.
then not contribute.
Yeah, just don't want your foot touching the next guy's foot. And
Oh,
the next, but you're
the
right.
True problem. That is
At
true.
some point, it becomes an issue. But
I've seemed to have worked at places, at restaurants, and at my current place of employment where there's always a puddle under the urinal. So yeah, I that is come on, man, tuck it in, get in there.
Yeah.
Someone's got to clean that up. I know you're not getting they're not getting on their hands and knees and cleaning that shit up. Like,
Yeah.
have a mop or something. Like, clean up after your dribbles.
yeah, and how gross is even mopping? Like
Yeah.
you're just spreading
Or
that
have-
piss everywhere. You're
Yeah.
not really mopping it up.
You better have stream strength if you're doing that shit, dude.
Yeah.
You know, shoot that over. So, okay. Poop rule number 2 for me is the double flush. Like, no one wants to see your stew. No one wants your stew. You get done after a flush and it tornadoes up some stew, some toilet paper and lettuce and chunks of poop, you know, like double flush, dude. It's like, take a look down there, you know, and if there's some skid marks, some protein marks because you had too much protein and not enough veggies, you might consider throwing a little toilet paper in there and flushing again, and usually it wipes it down. So double flush if needed, you know, like isn't like taste like 5/10 sight or some shit or smell, you know? Like if you're going in there, you want to have a nice experience and there's stew in there. Like how you going to make poop again, dude? Sorry, we can move on from this. Go on. What's your third rule?
All right. Sounds like you need to use less TP if you got a double
I'm
flush
good.
every time.
I'm good. No, I would never. Oh, well, my stew you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well,
I feel like you double flush every
you
time.
own your own No, not necessarily.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no.
Are you sure?
Especially not like, yeah.
All right. So my next one kind of goes into, well, what you were saying. Like you're not cleaning up your own piss under the urinals.
Yeah.
The people who spit like gum or chewing tobacco into the urinal.
At your work?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a punk
Someone's
ass
got
junior
a fucking-
salesperson right there.
It's gotta be a junior
That's a DR
salesperson.
with their title that's getting going.
JSP, junior salesperson. Yeah. So, I mean, someone's got to put on a glove, stick their hand in there,
fuck
and pull that shit out.
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
Oh, that's
All
hella
the
rude.
time.
That's some stuff I do when I was a teenager or something. You
Yeah,
know? Like I was a
exactly.
punk ass bitch.
You just don't give a shit. But then, I also don't know how. Like some people, I swear to God, everyone's on chemo at my work because, you go to the urinal at the beginning of the day, it's perfectly clean. You go at the end of the day, there's 36 pubes all over the fucking. Like, why are you losing so many pubes every time you take a piss?
If they're bountiful, it's like a circle of life. One has to fall for two more to sprout. So,
we just can't win that battle.
you're
huh?
not going to win that one.
All right.
All right, my last one's just a personal rule, and I must admit, the older I get, I deviate from this rule. But I'm not gonna like loud fart or blast off in the public bathroom if there's
Thank
other
you.
people there. I just won't do it. I will wait it out, you know. But then again, the older I get, the more business I just have to take care of. You know what I mean? Even like farting at the urinal. Like, I don't know. I think I have to almost deviate from this rule because I find it respectful if someone's just got so much.
You find it respectful?
I got so much business to do. And they just chop it up at the urinal. But no, for the most part, like hold it in. You know what I mean? Like wait it out. You know what I'm saying? If you guys both sit down at the same time, consider doing a lap and then coming back and letting them get going, you know? So like I personally probably won't blast off unless it's just business to take care of. So
yeah. Well, I respect people who sit down and blast off. Like they're taking care of business.
Yeah.
When you're at a urinal, like it sounds like these guys are taking a shit in their pants when they push as hard as they can.
One urinal one for me is don't talk to me, dude, unless
That's a
I'm
big
like
one.
full stream. Like if you can use your ears. And if I'm breaking seal, like don't talk to me about some small talk, you know? And it's only the people that you know. I'm not even gonna get into it, but
No, we
but
have
one
some
rule.
people
Yeah,
that
I'm
do
like,
the same
can we
thing.
talk in a second?
Yeah. But I've seen you
You
at,
hear splatter, like that's when you can go. So
this is probably a little too much information, but when I
It is.
see you
Stop.
use a urinal,
yeah.
you really get in there. Like you're almost like you have to go change your clothes with how close
What?
you are.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
That's
dude.
not
You get very close. Very
just
close.
because you hang yours out for everyone to see. No, we might have to
You get
retract
close,
that.
dude.
We'll talk after the break
All
about
right.
that. Yeah,
All
I don't
right.
believe that. So.
We'll put a picture on the website.
All right, I'll go do it right now.
All right, so hopefully we've cured some people of these issues.
follow
and
those rules, yeah.
it's really simple rules. They're really not too deep. So we're gonna take a quick break here and hear from one of our non-sponsors. And hopefully one day this switches from a non-sponsor to an actual sponsor. But please stay tuned.
This podcast could have been brought to you by, and unfortunately isn't, Ba-na-na-na-na. I'm loving it, baby. 2 cheeseburger meal, medium with some tartar sauce and a barbecue sauce. Spicy McChicken with the double cheeseburger, small fry, tartar and a barbecue sauce. Filet-O-Fish. Sausage egg McMuffin with cheese with the Coke. Yeah, I'm loving it, baby. For my first job at $4.90 an hour, working that cashier register for 50% off, to now, once a quarter, getting down, loving it. Mickey D's, McDonald's, Dana, na, na, na. I'm loving it. Sponsor us.
All right, welcome back, everyone. So Andy, I feel like we kind of did our listeners a disservice last week. Obviously, you shared your nickname, Hairy Nipples. I've never seen them or been able to describe them on a podcast before, and I was wondering if you mind if I
Show them.
if I get to see one of the sand dollars.
This is
and maybe
definitely
I can-
unrehearsed, but not so bad, right?
They're a little rough. Okay, so just to describe it, he's got like a 1-inch row of hair going down right in between his pecs, and then just 2 blotches.
Pecs.
right-
I like that. That's a great adjective. They
2
made this.
and it's almost like the pointy kind of nipples. So I just wanted to make sure that everyone knew exactly what we were
I feel
dealing
like
with.
if it was like if my body hair was like a population density map,
Yeah.
it'd be like the Tri-Cities up on the chest with like a couple pockets of population on the outskirts.
Yep.
The further south you go, they like dense population. So, well, the fuck you for
All
doing
right.
that. And then I also think when you said
Thank
me squeezing up on the urinal, I thought you implying about like my penis size or something.
No,
You're
no.
like, okay.
I feel like you're the kind of guy that's not like if
Yes.
we both go to the urinal together.
Yeah.
Now we're back on this. Like if I hear you not breaking stream sometimes because we're
What?
just chatting.
Why? Don't talk to me. Okay, stop it. Let's move on.
All right.
All right. So, yeah, I just wanted to real quick. This is running long, but I thought I stumbled as I was speaking, which I do a lot, and I said farticle, and I think I meant to say particle.
Yeah.
But I think that's I'm gonna get that in the Webster dictionary, dude. Farticle. So I think a farticle is the molecules or the particles in the atmosphere that derived because of a fart. So like the air travels from your insides through your outsides and it brings with it something.
Yep.
Those somethings are farticles, dude. So
I think
like
it's
if you
great.
crop dust, you're sprinkling farticles along your path. So
Man. Webster Dictionary is going to be so
yeah,
excited
good
to get
farticles.
that
Farticles, I
email.
love it. So okay. So let's wrap this
Nice.
up with
All right. Yeah. Let's wrap it up. Let's go to some quick embarrassing our wives stories. I'll go ahead and start.
Yeah.
I always make you start,
Yeah,
so this
sounds
time I'm
good.
going
So
to mix
good.
it up.
Yeah.
Um,
New school or old school for you? Just so I know. Is this new?
New
or-
school.
New school.
New
Nice.
school.
All right, good. Let's do
8
it.
days ago.
Oh, okay.
Well, how should I tell this? I'm just going to start off. It's a really short one.
Good. So we've been lengthy today. So let's do it.
we're running long.
Yeah.
But this is a short story, anyways. So every Thursday night, I go rock climbing with Danny, and I take off my wedding ring so I don't fuck up my hands. Like you don't want to catch it on, snag it
Yeah.
on a rock and rip off your finger or fuck up your finger, right?
Yes.
So, and I always forget to put it back on. You know, I go weeks, months without wearing a wedding ring. I'm not wearing one now. It's really rare. So I was at the
You just wanted me
Kelsey-
to flirt with you, huh?
Yeah.
By not wearing that ring.
I
know
only
you're-
take it
yeah.
off right before the podcast,
That's
and
what
then
I
I
thought.
put it back on.
Sorry. Gosh, go on.
Yeah. No, that's great. So I was at the Kelsey Ballerini concert without a ring, as usual.
This is being recorded, and publicized. Go on.
we'll edit this whole
Okay,
part
got
out. Basically, I told the whole story of that. Well, Sarah's coworker went up to her on Monday, and she goes, "Was your husband at the Kelsey Ballerini concert?" I'm just like, "Oh, fuck." She's like, "I couldn't tell if it was him or not because you were nowhere to be found." So, of course, that was when Sarah was embarrassed that I was caught at a ballerina concert without her.
And, oh man. Okay. Yeah.
So she's yeah.
And how did you find out about this story? Like
Sarah told me
via text?
no
with a
I
couple
don't-
questions?
no, I think it was in person. Yeah, she doesn't give a shit. Yeah,
Oh, that's good. Okay. So, well, what's the embarrassing part then? She just had to field
Well-
that line of questioning from a coworker?
like she has to put her head down and say, "Yeah, it was him at the Ballerini concert with like his boys."
Yeah,
You know,
swaying
it's-
with his eyes shut, with his arms around his boys.
This
Like,
guy. I wish I knew some of the lyrics. I'm going to do that at the next one. I'll
All right.
definitely do it at Taylor Swift.
Okay, well, so I went old school, right? Like basically, these are things I've already suffered the consequences for. So, why not, so this, I can't remember exactly how long ago this is, but there's this beautiful lake off of Highway 2 that's called Blanca Lake. And you have to hike a little ways to get there. But if you do, the payoff is gorgeous. And so, we were younger. I can't remember like where this was in the piggy days, like just before, just after, or in growth mode. I can't know. I think I'm scaling up still at this point in time, but not fully there. And Karen's like, let's go for a little hike to this beautiful lake called Blanca Lake. And I'm like, let's do it, right? So like, I don't think we put sunscreen on. We didn't get water. I'm not in great shape. We didn't maps it. This is before GPS. We're just going on a little stroll to Blanca Lake, right? Off Highway 2. And so, long story short, we're probably a mile into this uphill hike, ill prepared, without my mindset being set properly. She wasn't like, you're going to be stretched to your physical fucking limit in the elements. So I'm walking up. I can't handle. And I'm not going to lie, dude. I was like, how'd I call it here? I called it like wine crying. I was like, why do we do this? And I was like, I never would have signed up for this ever. And I think I was a little teary and I was mad, and just I must have been such a dickhead to her. But the most embarrassing part is every quarter mile, a hiker that already made the hike that was coming back was passing in this serenely beautiful, pristine area. And they can hear me going, I never would have done that, and I couldn't keep up with the physical activity. So that's an embarrassing my wife's story from the past.
She was just trying to get you to work out a little bit.
No, she was ill prepared, and didn't know how big of a bitch I was yet. This is probably a few years into our relationship. I mean, if I was 24, this was a fifth of our relationship, even though we had been together for 4 years. First time I was fat. That venture we were going into. So. But it got real on the way home without water, she did not know how hard of a hike it was going to be. So on top of me being a baby, it ended up with us walking home without water or snacks in the dark.
Wow.
Scary, So
how long was the hike?
It was like a mile. No, just kidding. It was like probably like 3 miles and
All
kind
right.
of uphill. I mean, if I was prepared for it, I wouldn't have been such a bitch. But like, I think I had packed a little paper full of some green pleasure that we were gonna indulge. I think the snacks I brought was like a couple granola bars. You know what I mean? I thought we were gonna take a little stroll to a lake, smoke a Jimmy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This was years ago, of course, and then and just chill. And instead, I got pushed to my physical limits. And she stayed with me, even though, like, this is how I face adversity,
Did you make it to the lake?
Oh, yeah, we made it, and it was totally worth it, because that's the type of bitch I am. I bitched the whole way there, and then I'm, like, stunned to tears by the beauty, and then we walk home in frightening circumstances. So that's my embarrassing my wife story from the past. So
Perfect.
there you go.
I don't know how Karen made it through all those years, but she's a saint. But
Hairy nipples. That's
yeah,
right.
hairy nipples, and you don't even talk about your landing strip like right in between your pecs. That's the worst part,
Pecs,
man.
dude. All right, pecs. Better than cones. I'll take pecs.
Let
That's
me
good.
pointy pecs. That's what I'll call it. It doesn't. They're certainly not fit or tan. They're very pale.
How's my areolas? Just kidding. Go on.
They're normal size. I was happy. I was hoping for sand dollars. That was not the case.
Side plates, saucers. Okay, go on.
A couple of frisbees. But thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. You can check out more pictures. We had a couple more pictures to TEOWpodcast.com, TEOW podcast.com. And you can still listen to us on iTunes and Stitcher. And we may be branching out and putting on more services. Just shoot us an email or a tweet and let us know what you're using to listen to your podcast so we can get that up there.
Subscribe, and leave reviews, please.
Yes, that's huge.
iTunes and Stitcher for now.
Yep, iTunes is probably the most important where we're getting most people because most people probably have iPhones.
So you should buy an iPhone, bro. Welcome to
that.
the 2018
boycott.
Yeah.
Boycott. Yeah. Do you have a Mac too?
No, I ain't rich.
Why don't you
yet.
have a Mac?
Post EPO. We're
This
gonna
guy's
look at it.
6
So,
months, he's gonna be rolling up with a Mac and a new headphones.
Yeah, no, thank you so much, man. It's been awesome. Definitely one of the best parts of my weeks or months, and yeah, thank you all for listening. Just an awesome experience.
Yep, I agree. Thanks, everyone. We'll talk to you later.
TEOW
TEOW Podcast.